Russia is reportedly in a panic after dozens of the latest German-made Leopard 2A7V tanks officially arrived in Ukraine. The arrival of this advanced equipment marks a significant increase in Western military support, particularly from Berlin, which had previously been hesitant to send heavy offensive weapons. The Leopard 2A7V, one of the most modern main battle tanks in the world, is expected to change the dynamics of the battlefield, giving Kyiv far greater firepower than Russia's aging armored fleet. This shipment includes not only Leopard tanks, but also large-caliber self-propelled howitzers and state-of-the-art military trucks, bolstering Ukraine's logistics system. The aid packages have been delivered in stages and have now been confirmed at several strategic locations near the front lines. The presence of the Leopard 2A7V, with its superior armor protection, latest generation digital fire control system, and 120mm L/55 main gun, is believed to be a significant advantage for Kyiv's forces facing fierce resistance from Russian armored units. Military observers believe that Germany's decision to send the Leopard 2A7V is not only a matter of technical support, but also a political symbol. For months, Berlin has been under pressure from NATO and the United States to take a bold step. Now, that step has finally materialized, demonstrating that Germany is no longer simply playing it safe, but is ready to become a key force in confronting Moscow's aggression. Russia clearly understands the consequences of this, as every additional force on the Ukrainian side means a longer path for the Kremlin to achieve its goals. On the Russian side, state media propaganda has begun to buzz about the arrival of the Leopard 2A7V with a tone of cynicism, but also a veiled concern. Analysts in Moscow have called this delivery a major escalation that could complicate Russia's defense strategy in the Donbass and the south. The Russian military has relied heavily on T-72 and T-90 tanks, but numerous reports on the ground indicate significant losses due to precision missile and drone attacks launched by Ukraine. With the arrival of the Leopard 2A7V, the disparity in quality between the two sides becomes even more stark. For Ukraine, the arrival of the Leopard 2A7V is a tremendous morale booster. Soldiers on the front lines see Western technology finally being delivered in its most tangible form, not just mere promises. This tank is known for its durability in both urban and open-air combat, boasting high mobility that allows it to handle a variety of scenarios. Combined with self-propelled howitzers, Kyiv can conduct more planned offensive operations, striking Russian weak points while simultaneously strengthening defenses against counterattacks. From a strategic perspective, Germany's move also signals increasingly solid NATO coordination. The European Union and transatlantic allies are increasingly pledging support for Kyiv, despite Russia's continued warnings of the risk of escalation. Many argue that with the Leopard 2A7V on the battlefield, Ukraine now has a greater chance of containing or even reversing Russian dominance in some sectors. This forces the Kremlin to find new ways to counter the Western tank threat that has long posed a threat to Russian forces. However, challenges remain. Ukraine still needs to train crews and technicians to fully operate the Leopard 2A7V. Germany has opened crash training centers in several secret locations, ensuring that Kyiv's troops can quickly master the tank's complex systems. However, experts emphasize that, although it will take time, the psychological effects of these tanks' arrival are already clear. Russia is under increasing pressure, while Ukraine is gaining confidence. The arrival of the Leopard 2A7V clearly marks a new chapter in this conflict. The world is now watching with rapt attention to see how these German-made tanks will fare on the battlefield. If proven effective, it's possible that the next wave of deliveries will be even larger, signaling that the war in Ukraine has entered a phase where Western technological superiority is truly tested against Russia's conventional strategy. And for Moscow, this is a stark warning. Any aggressive move will always be met with a stronger response from the Western alliance.